All right. I think this will be the last game of the night. We got Merciless Capitalist here from Spain. And what do we make of a name like that? Merciless Capitalist. Hmm. Yeah, basically he's saying he's a top dog and he's not ashamed of it. Silly boy, silly boy. Okay. No, but that's fine. That's fine. I like that. I like the merciless capitalist types. Bring him on, bring him on, bring him on. All right. Now, I'm tempted to take here, but I'm also tempted to take with the rook. Only thing is it comes against tempo. I'll take it with the pawn instead. I'll let him give me the hanging pawns, so to speak. I think I've got them fairly well handled at the moment, but he's gonna attack them. And we have to basically handle this pawn structure setup, which is easier said than done. We have to play the right way to handle this. What's the right way? I will come here with the other rook. I will basically get extra support over here. Really just reinforce these pawns. I could even come here if I wanted. It's not clear yet, so let's keep the options flexible. Queen maybe could belong here, but now with this, maybe targeting this pawn makes a bit of sense too. He's definitely planning this. Is he not? Then his knight comes here, and that's uncomfortable as well. So uh, it's not clear. So I'm just going to go ahead with a regular plan. See how to play the next moves. Have to come up with good moves though. We do have to come up with good moves. But I don't see anything super obvious, so I'm just going to throw a pawn out there. I know it can't even advance, so maybe it's a dumb move, if you want to say that. Talk like that to me. You can. Okay. We're doing something a little bit spicy. But we've coaxed some sort of a concession. Is not the right word, though. Are we going to allow him to capture? I don't really see the point. So, yeah, tough position. Very tough position to play. Hanging pawns. And I've got only 2 minutes left. He's got 4 minutes left. He's definitely got the advantage out of the opening in terms of time. But the opening itself, it remains unclear. And now it's all about timing the pawn break right? We've got to time that pawn break spot on when the moment emerges. And what does that timing look like? How to time it right? This seems like it must be a bad move. If I know it's bad, don't play it. Okay, come on. Okay. Yeah, he got good pressure on this pawn actually, ultimately. He's giving me a small chance here to just try to patch things up. It's a small chance. Okay, I think I'm starting to slip a little bit here, but I do have a loose pawn there, so that's the only saving grace in this position. It's not loose anymore. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So plan B then. We've got only 1 minute left. He's got 3 minutes left, so he's got advantage on the clock, and he's plus pawn up. I've got the isolated queen's pawn. It's a vulnerability. Um, we have to counterattack. It's as simple as that. We have to counterattack here. This knight has to be the hero. Not the one which Gotham needs, but the one which I deserve. You deserve it as well, as fans. Hoping, I don't know, some of you are hoping I lose, I guess, but okay, he's going. He knows that there is some pressure on, there's some heat on here. He understands that. We might have to play a move like f3 at some point, which would be quite interesting. And we wouldn't be too upset if he played a committal move like f6. It's rather committal. It is creating a weakness. His queen could get very good central control here, but it comes at a small cost, maybe. We're just putting him under clock pressure here, making him sweat. We're making him sweat a bit. Okay, he could sacrifice it and then win the knight. He's got that. Yeah, he's playing that anyway. Okay. Got to defend this so that we don't lose it. We still got to move the bishop, so we do get the pawn back. And we could even consider trying to get the second pawn. Okay, but he's defending it. Fine. So he sees the gig is up here. The gig is up. Now we've got to reactivate the knight. Be careful here. That rook is looking to be invasive. He's trying to play fast. We do not want to lose on time. 40 seconds is plenty. But we've been here before and we've seen how it can all turn around. Okay, let's take that off. Let's simplify. Let's get control of an open file. Just throw in a check. Okay, let's guard the second rank. All right, get the king up. King up all the way. Now maybe we try to double the rooks and attack that pawn. We've got this rook defending some pretty. Okay, good move from him, good move from him. But now we strike back potentially. He blundered. 20 seconds left. Forget about it, kid. Come on, come on. You really gonna try that shit with me? You really gonna try to clock me out? He is trying to clock me out. We'll string him along. We'll string the capitalist along for the ride. Now what? He's still alive. He's still alive. But he fell into a maze. Oh, I did it for you guys. I told you I would. I told you I would. The merciless capitalist got capitalized upon. So let's have a look at the game. It was a scrappy game, and he had the advantage on me for the early parts. But then once I just went into my blitz mode, he got ruffled and eventually cracked. That's I have the gift. Let's just face it. I do. All right. Very solid opening. I don't know what to say, but both sides played pretty okay in the opening, and in fact, White has the edge. But I needed to play the right pawn break at the right time, and that's what I missed here. You see, when you have the hanging pawns, it's not enough to just hold on to them like what I did in the game, but instead you've got to know when to push them and how to push them. This is also a very unique way. Like I would have most 99 out of 100 times I would have considered taking it with the pawn rather than this. So yeah, but it's interesting because but I obviously that doesn't work so well because it opens up his rook on your queen. So yeah, tough one. But we didn't get that core idea right. You see, that's what we missed. And now we have the best time in the world for sure to play it. But still, we didn't play what we needed to play. So this is instructive for me. It's instructive for you. Everyone's a winner, right? And we still managed to win the game, so we didn't have to suffer for our sins. But yeah, I could feel the game was slipping around here, and I said it. Um, it gave me some kind of a chance, and it's still just bad, bad chess. Or well, I guess bad chess. So now we have to go into Plan B, which is counter-attacking. So this may not be accurate, but it was pretty dangerous, spicy. And yeah, I did say I would want f6, and it seems it's a great move. So maybe I was wrong. But this is good, and that's complex. Okay, take that and then take here with interesting. I thought, I'm just having a simple plan to win a piece here. That was the whole plan. Apparently white is still behind in the position, maybe because the knight is so badly placed, but it's manageable here. I can feel that the momentum is going to shift, and shift it did because pieces got traded off. It's an endgame. Endgame is my zone, man. Endgame is my zone. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like some endgame champion, but yeah, he blundered here. He blundered here, and then he tried to be shameless. He tried to be shameless, but he couldn't. All right, good game.